Oops. Okay. So last time that I left off, I got a microwave. Ah, a paper maker. And a bookbinder. Good. You know what? That's fine. 1, 2. Mechanic. A child. A leather worker. Okay. Did she take my chapstick? Oh, no, I got it. She might have taken one of them, though. Thing to do. We aren't even dating. The free sect. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay, but where did it go? I had my earbuds, and then they disappeared. Disappeared. There's the YouTube ones, but
don't connect properly. Goodness. Oh. Somehow they were in my lap. Don't know how that happened, but it did. Oh good, some lead statues. They're masterpiece quality. $153 books. We're working on it. That's like half of my fortress, just about, as scholars and scribes. Yeah. My goodness. Oh my god. Dr. Wolf, Dr. Wolf, Dr. Wolf, Dr. Wolf. Oh, a full citizen? Absolutely. Yes, you can stay as a full citizen. There we go. Fucking allergies. Okay, that's fine. Love drifts away, disappearing. Oh man, it's gonna be so beautiful. going to be a very elaborate... Oh yeah, speaking of elaborate things, I remember what I was going to do. I was going to start building a whole bunch of, like, weapon traps. Oh, goodness. Here, we'll expand that part, and then we'll put a bridge in there. Oh no. Okay. So that's basically carve out all the stuff that I need. I mean, really, if they can get through all that, then good on them. They deserve whatever they get. We're opposites. Oh. Roxanne and what I think. I thought you said I think. A little bit more housing. I mean, I've got plenty of housing. Because if we just look at, like, yeah, this bottom row of beds in the bed pit, nobody owns them. And people will definitely want to own those. Oh, wait. just more chests and stuff for everyone to put their stuff in. Excellent. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Is the manager fucking busy? I haven't made any offerings. I have a lot of architecture, though. So why haven't you actually... Why aren't you validating the orders? Wait, unless you are. Nope, you're eating. That's why. Now you managed to work orders. Okay. Good. I'm gonna make sure all the nearby trees are cut down. It's a good thing those Kias didn't steal anything. Instead, they got caught. Oh shit. That's right. Oh. Whoop. Okay. And then I'll put a floor in there, and then I'll be able to do it. Put a floor hatch there. Yeah. Goddamn, he is stealing arrows. I'm making mechanisms, just not quite as fast as I would like. I'm gonna need a lot of them, and I'm gonna need a lot of weapons. Oh, shit. Come on. There's gotta be... Who is throwing a tantrum? Ah, there we go. Why are you... Oh, it's because you're haggard. Away from friends, unable to pray, blissful and regretful after throwing something, satisfied while yelling at somebody in charge, while crying on somebody in charge. Eek. Is, okay, well. It's all fine. Oh. Very focused. Poet, speaker, instrumentalist. Time to go to college. I know you all want to be musicians when you grow up. But it's not realistic. Need more books. Why do the books matter? Just make more books, goddammit. You'll understand when you're older that the preservation of knowledge is one of the dwarfiest things that there is. Words are sacred. And the erasure of words is one of the most grievous sins to dwarves. And if you didn't know that, you need to read more Discworld. Actually, probably everyone should. It's really fucking good, especially the later ones, which are a lot less funny and more commentary, but still maintaining an edge of humor at the same time. And then just like the density that he packs concepts into the books later on just gets so good. How do you even explain it? Just very dense. I'll touch on violence and policing and racial tensions and religious tensions and terrorism, all in a few paragraphs. Or the best stuff is his economic stuff, explaining how money works or how it doesn't work, and the gold standard and why the gold standard is silly, and how economic algorithms change economic outcomes. Really wonky stuff, but he explains it just so fucking well that you're like, I get it. I get it. I may not have understood economics before, but now I get it. I just wish I could write that well. Or, with such clear metaphor. Of course, by that point, he had been working in the same world for, like, decades, literally. So, lots of world building. And what's my book count at? 154 still? Boo. Oh, was that a plump helmet man? Yeah, it's the poet. Wait, they haven't talked to anyone yet? What are you doing, man? Where are you going? Oh. Mysterious construction. Okay. Can they just, like, not talk to locals? Oh, no mouth, nose, ears, or eyes. So... the plump helmet men are... they're poets, but they can't actually, like, do anything in the fortress because they have no mouth, and they must speak to actually be able to fucking do stuff. Do anything. So, people should have some fancy clothes. People should have... Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to have more dwarves in the military. For at least seasonal training. Do I have an armorer? I don't think I do. Nope. So. I do need an armorer. want to train one from scratch, though. I mean, I could, I guess. Do I have enough metal to do it? I mean, I could make... I guess I could recycle the copper and bronze that I have over and over again to train on the, train the armor. Ooh. So I redid the Vetlinger tile pack, and it seems like it actually worked this time. It seems as though all the tiles got replaced with what they were supposed to, which is good. Very good. Yes, you can stay to study. Do a big old bridge right there. We'll connect the lever in the bridge, and then I'll create a little wall. Good stuff. Oh no! Crap. 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 Did I make the same mistake anywhere else? No. Looks like I didn't. And then once it's all cut out, I will start putting traps in. I gotta start actually making the weapons, though. I could just do one apiece for the weapon traps. It's gonna be such a long corridor that anything that reaches the end of it is just gonna be fucking toast. Even if some of them get jammed or whatever. So... we'll start by making some wooden traps for the stuff near the entrance of the underground maze, and then we'll move up to some of the metal stuff. How much silver do I have? 87? Okay. Yeah. Then I can use silver weapons. We'll do the silver battle axes, and then we'll melt down the ones that aren't very good for practice, and then use the decent ones for good stuff. Wait. Hmm. Oh. Oh, you see? You see? What skill does that use, though? Made out of metals by a weaponsmith. Yeah, we'll do both. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? Right? Everyone's sticking clothes and shit in each other's, Huh. Oh. Okay. Some of the people who live in the bed pit are basically just shuffling items around from one chest or cabinet to the other. I see. Well, that's another reason why to give individual housing. See, that's why you do these things, because you don't know until it happens. It's just one of those things that, you know, you don't totally think about. Okay. So what I can do is that once I start getting more individual housing, I can unbuild some of these beds. Just a couple at a time. These doors. Do I more doors in the queue? Nope. Let's go with another 20 doors and another 10 beds or so. Man, they've got their sirens on at 3:30 in the morning? Well, they sound like they're getting closer. I haven't gotten to that yet. I should do that now. I totally forgot. Couple more iron items. Oof. The crossbow. But once I melt all that, I will definitely have enough for another anvil. Oh yeah, and weapons? Well, it's not that I prefer it, I just don't have like any iron for anvils, so and when I do redo it, I do want it to be a higher quality. And training for my my smiths. Yeah, just like a dozen anvils, yeah. Especially when I actually get the magma forges going, gonna need several if I want to be able to do it in a reasonable period of time. You know, I have a lot of dwarves, and I'm gonna need to outfit a lot of them once I actually like have a military, but yeah. Just the one. Though I might have enough iron to do it. Nope, I still only have one iron. So melt several things in a row. That way, there's a better chance that it'll be one of the iron objects I need. And I'm building an entry maze. That I'm gonna fill with weapon traps. So that'll be fun. Well, the enemies are going to find this path, and I'm going to have a bridge there and a lever attaching so that they can, you know, try to make their way through. It's so long, though, that hopefully none of my dwarves will actually use it, and I want to exclude it from the burrow. Yeah, that's bad. Actually, we'll go ahead and just get rid of all that too. We don't want any nasty accidents now, do we? That is correct. I'm thinking that what I may do is I may have an additional chamber along like the outside of the maze so that Mark's dwarves can shoot through carved fortifications in these walls. Double layered, of course. But maybe? Maybe? And of course the traps won't work on everything, so... And even if they work... they can still get jammed and stuff. That's why I have a really big hallway. Well, artificial chasms are great and all, except for flying creatures. But, I mean, how do you... Traps are falling down. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it so that when they get through to the end... that the bridge will just close in their face. And then they have to walk back through. And if it's long enough, you can even, like... open one of the bridges, like... to redo the pathing. Be like, oh yeah, you can come into our fortress. What the fuck? Why did it crash? It did crash. Ugh. Oh my god. I wonder if it's because of the graphics pack. Because when I changed it from Vetlinger to Mayday, it stopped crashing. So... but then I changed it back. So I have just changed it again. possible. I tried to look at, like, error messages or anything, but I can't seem to find anything that seems to be, like, definitive. So how much progress did I lose? Well, I just lost my burrow progress for sure. It will happen someday. I mean, I just saw the video that they put out a couple of days ago that showed the new trade depot, and oh man, it looks so fucking good. Have you seen the new trade depot? Because goddamn, it looks good. Seats for the merchants and for your broker. Specifically, they're also changing the interface. So there are really big changes, and I'm guessing that it's not particularly stable at the moment. I mean, they're changing the way that the menus are layered and stuff like that too, so this is a lot they're doing. Oh my god, I didn't even finish the goddamn artifact. Well, once the artifact finishes this time, I am going to save. Well, some of the things are like little quality of life changes, so like now you won't have to guess when your dwarf is at the depot, because they will be sitting in the southern seat. They'll be sitting in the tile right there. Yes, I do have seasonal autosave on with backups. That's how come I didn't lose too much progress. I made it's a much smaller world and a pretty short history, so it's faster saving. Someday it will take a lot of time to save, and I will be skeptical about annually. I think. I don't know. Everything seems fine, though. I mean, you say that, and then suddenly it just, like, crashes on you, and no warning or anything. Didn't hang or anything. Just happened. Oh, yeah, well... we will smooth them. Smooth, engraved, for the most part. Oh, I found out why you don't do bed pits like this. At least not with actual, like, cabinets and chests. And the answer is that everyone shuffles between various chests and cabinets. Just swapping things in different chests and cabinets. Just moving stuff around. Everyone's moving each other's shit. I'm sorry. Oh, tried to cross the river and drowned. Oh. Well. It's just, not very, like, efficient with their time. Because they will do it several times in the same room. So if we follow this person... They've just been trying to store stuff. Just been trying to store stuff. Not doing... Not doing anything productive. I love that I have a plump helmet man, though, who's just going to basically be here forever because they don't have a mouth. So they can't talk to anyone to become a member or to get rejected. They're also a poet, but clearly not a spoken one, because, mouth. It's like, I write the poems, and then other people say them. Of course, this plump helmet man is just gonna wander around basically forever. It's not gonna die or anything, so he'll probably be the last survivor of the fortress. Wandering around, having no mouth but must screaming. I also finished my new wizard robes. Or they are finished. They're awesome. So, we're just going to remove, basically, all of the cabinets and chests in this room, and then no one's going to have any place to actually store their stuff. But, that should be okay. Kiwi, man. Aww. It's just where the river goes at the edge, and it sometimes is low enough for them to path across. Ugh. hopefully. Automated removal of water. Auto trade stockpile. I know that they are working on some of those quality of life updates as part of things, like room designations. Now you can basically just like click and then it'll automatically do. I want them to be retractable so that I can trap an army on one side or the other. It was really good to have the goblins and the elves trapped on the northern side of my fortress and being able to open the bridge on the southern side and do the adjusting that I needed to without having to take a whole bunch of fucking fire all over the place. So. Oh, and I forgot to save. Oh, forgot. Fuck. I had a watchtower in progress. It keeps fucking crashing. I mean, it could be. I just don't know which one it is, and I just forgot to fucking save, and oh man, oh, it just hurts. It just hurts. Losing the progress twice. It must really not have. I'm changing the graphics pack again because this one worked at least. At least didn't regularly crash. Yeah, I got a watchtower that I am building here that I'm going to be able to shoot from. I did not know that. However, I just needed to remember to save after I made some progress, so I didn't lose as much. So God, I haven't even... Just fucking... So much stuff that I have to do again. Ah, I actually have time to fix this. Yeah, I actually write them down. have a little sticky note attached to my monitor that has the lever configuration for this fortress. Maybe. Though, that's one of the new quality of life adjustments that they just announced, that when you bring up a lever, you can toggle between the lever and the thing that it's connected to. Oh, yeah, so sorry, I was distracted by fixing the bed pit real quick. And now I'm gonna quick save. Okay. So, yes, just did that. Yeah. So, basically, they realize that the difficulty that everyone has, and remember the levers. So now, when you click on a lever, you can actually go to the devices that it's connected to. And yeah, I think it'll also let you see which mechanisms you use to construct it. No, it was the one from a couple weeks ago, I want to say, or maybe it was the one from just a couple days ago, and time is just a thing that my brain doesn't understand. Both the possibilities. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. God, also fix all the goddamn housing. But yeah, they're gonna make it easier to keep track of what your levers are connected to, so you don't accidentally destroy your fortress by somebody pulling the wrong one. Sorry, by you causing somebody to pull the wrong one. You can always still have, like, a dwarf throwing a tantrum or a gremlin destroy your fortress by throwing one, but, you know, that's a whole other issue. That is user error. Do is I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna finish it on the other side. So there's not a sphalerite ring. Keyboard shortcut. Control-Alt-S. Yeah. Since the artifact is done, I'm fine with it being a ring. I really don't care if it's a ring or an amulet. I more care about things like fixing everything else. Oh, okay, they removed it all. haven't actually moved the furniture yet. But yeah, now people aren't running back and forth in the bed pit to just constantly store items. It's good to know. I guess I could give everyone storage closets as well. That'd be interesting. Do a big bed pit and then just do 2 tile closets that are like unassigned. Just so they've got someplace to stick their stuff. Oh shit, too depressed to drink. That's bad. Yeah, I think that you can, when you create a barracks / armory, that you can assign it, but oh man. Based on the way that it is now, it'd be very tedious. Okay. Well, it's getting close to the point where it crashed before, which was in month 11. We're on 10/22. It was like at the very beginning of month 11 or towards the end of 10, so we'll see if it crashes again. Unless it's just like a Forgotten Beast that has like some randomly generated thing that it didn't like those couple of times, and now it's just like, nope, now it's fine. We're gonna generate with something a little bit different, and it's gonna be okay. Or it could be the tile set, it could be PF hack. There's just too many things to troubleshoot. I want a robust error tracking system. Well, I tried to find it, and it didn't... It doesn't seem to log the fatal errors. Or at least not in a way that I can find. I mean, it's possible it does. All the error logs that I found. It's tough to... I don't know what the order of the errors is. And I don't know if these are crash level errors or if these are other random in-game errors. Because there are some things like path fail, double tagged item. But I don't know if those are. You can look at the log. The actual game log. And it doesn't actually show what caused. It just says that manager cancels press honey from honeycomb, needs non-pressed honeycomb, press material producing honeycomb, and then says starting new game, loading fortress. So the error happened somewhere around there, but unless there's another debug filter category. What if I look at the standard error log, or STD error? Oh wait, do I even have? Yes, okay, good. So I don't. Try looking through it a little bit. Loading plugins. I have no idea. But we're halfway through month 11 and it's fine. I think it actually might be a tile set error. Yeah, I mean, it's... Which, you know, I'm actually gonna quick save again, just in case. Okay. Yeah, I figured that I'll do, like, different design patterns on each 4x4, and that'll at least make it look visually interesting. It's not like people go... Yeah, I mean, it's not like people go down there very often. Usually I just make, like, a big hallway and then just line the sides of the hallway. But I decided that I wanted to do something kind of different this time. Because doing the same thing every time is boring. It's how you react and adapt to new situations. Of course, I mean, this isn't really reacting or adapting to a new situation. This is just... coffin pattern. And then I'm going to do the engraved slabs at the intersections, since I'm imagining that I will have a lot fewer of those. Yes. They just can't access this particular scholar right here who's dead. Because the water level's too high. At least I'm pretty sure that I've got enough tombs. I haven't had any other, like, ghosts or anything. I know that I had a lot of deaths from the sieges, but I think that I've got enough. Wait. I allow people to bury their pets, so that also uses up a lot of coffins. And leaving all the pets outside probably wasn't the greatest idea. Well, speaking of things being left totally alone for long periods of time, are we still down here? Yeah, okay. There's still this forgotten beast down in the caverns. It's fine. 160 books. Well, that's a little bit better. I don't... What are these people over here doing? Oh, they are still trying to all store their items in a fucking chest that's in a single chest. Or cabinet. Because I missed it. Oh good, are you guys gonna be more productive now? Gonna go yell about stuff more? Reproductive behavior and dissection? What's that? Oh, stoneware jugs. Okay. And it looks like it stopped crashing. Oh man, I didn't fucking melt the shit now. I haven't, God damn it. The maze. Which is going to be filled with traps. And basically, that is all for killing time and creating safety for my scholarship. Because the fortress goal is basically to have an enormous library. I'm thinking like 10,000 books. The Library of Alexandria. Of course, that takes safety, a lot of dwarves, a lot of paper, a lot of scholars, a lot of scribes. Not every weapon trap is going to have 10 weapons in it. The idea is that some of them, most of them will just like have like one or two, and then every once in a while there'll be like a big one that finishes. Does a whole bunch. Most of my fortresses don't last longer than, like, 6 or 7 years. So, I am kind of trying to see, like, how long I can actually get a fortress to go for. And keep it going fast. I actually designed the whole world to have fewer people in it, fewer civilizations, a short history, it was like a smaller world, so just barely bigger than Pocket. I wanted to have some options for things to do, and Pocket worlds are just, they're so tiny. They're just so tiny that, like, you can explore the whole thing in a very short period of time. It's not a lot of fun. So I need at least a little bit of space to explore. But yeah, and then for my embark area, instead of doing the standard 4x4, I did 3x3. Which is why it is so tiny. And I'm not doing any strip mining, which also helps with frame rate, I have heard. So, with all those things in mind, I don't have ramps everywhere, but I am using some ramps for the transportation in my fortress, which is also apparently slightly faster than stairs. So my goal, so hopefully I should be able to get to like 500 dwarves without having a garbage frame rate. Before, on a much bigger world and on a much bigger embark area, it started to really slow down at, well, yeah. Of course, it's bound to collapse. Well, it's not necessarily bound to. It's bound to collapse unless you make everything airtight and keep everyone happy. If you can keep everyone happy and keep things airtight, then the fortress can basically go indefinitely. Now, that's very difficult to do, and doing that is a bit on the boring side. But, yeah, I mean, I've got a very long-term goal. That I probably won't hit. Because realistically, that's just how it is. But I'm only in the end of my 4th year, beginning of my 5th year, in just a couple of in-game days. It's 12/24, 129. Which means 125, 126, 127, 129. Oh no, it'll be the beginning of year 6. This fortress has gone through 3 sieges, a giant, and 2 forgotten beasts. Or like a mega beast and a forgotten beast. So far, managed to hold it together until there's a dragon. And the wrong person gets trapped outside. And then there's a tantrum spiral. Everyone gets depressed and kills themselves. I mean, I've already got some pretty depressed dwarves that I, unfortunately don't have an easy fix for. See, I actually like aquifers. Yeah, like, in the last fortress that I had that actually died, I had gotten up to, like, 150 dwarves, and, Bronze Colossus came and fucking murdered over I accidentally lowered the wrong drawbridge and let him in, and killed 100 dwarves before I was like, oh, he's not gonna die. He got in, and he just wasn't gonna die. Like, he killed my entire military. Barely left a scratch on him. It was just like, oh, well, that's a lot of dwarves. Then, yeah, I accidentally trapped a bunch of dwarves inside once, and had an underground forest fire that raged up through the fortress and killed basically everyone. So that was another fun one. In my previous fortress, I had several minecart deaths, so that was fun, including a couple of children who were playing on the minecart tracks, so there's a lesson in there. Don't let kids play on minecart tracks. But what are you gonna do? They're gonna play where they're gonna play. Doesn't matter if it's a restricted tile, and doesn't matter if it's not even in the actual burrow. Okay, it does matter if it's not in the burrow, but the rest of it. I mean, the whole motto of the game is losing is fun. Oh, sorry. I said that I was going to be like the library of Fortress Fed Cat instead of Tantrums. Well, that can happen. I mean, again, theoretically, you could build your fortress in such a way that something like that's basically not going to happen, and you could go for, like, a really long time. I heard about a guy whose fortress lasted, I wanted to say, 100 years? 1,000 years? Something like that. It was ridiculous. But it wouldn't be terribly exciting. Just mostly left it on all the time, and then unpaused for the pause events and stuff. So it's just like it all just ran itself. Oh, but I said that I wanted to be like the Library of Alexandria. 10,000 books, but at some point I'm going to continue developing my military, and once I've got an adequate military, I'm going to go and steal books from other civilizations and bring them back. So, there will be conflict. I mean, more conflict, again, last time that I played this fortress, I had a goblin siege. A giant showed up during the goblin siege. Goblins tore it apart. Goblins left. Elves sieged me. A migrant wave showed up. Completely got murdered by the elves. Another goblin siege showed up during the elven siege. Murdered all the elves. I mean, it was very eventful. I mean, and their bodies are still there. And the more complicated that you make your fortress, the more likely that something unexpected. Oh, the Comedic Ravens. I actually kind of like that band name. You guys can stay. The first resident band. Oh yeah. I mean, it was very eventful, And it was in just the first few years of the fortress. So, I mean, it's like over the span of 2 years, maybe. So, I am fully expecting another siege this next year. Which is why I'm preparing with my weapon traps and stuff. Because I want to have a lot of stuff to recover. Usually I just wait them out, which is boring, and it can go wrong if you don't have all the supplies you need. But I have no iron, so I actually need to kill invaders to collect their iron. Tiny. I've got 2 squads. One Marksdorf squad, one Metal Armor squad, and they train in alternating months. And here are the 4 sets of barracks and the shooting ranges. As you can currently see, it's the melee dwarves that are in training. I need to reread the guide for DF therapist. That way I can figure out how to automatically assign. Apparently there's a bunch of tools there for assigning dwarves to militaries automatically and setting up their training schedules. I just need to reread it, because the guide is like 60 pages. It's a lot. It's a lot. Is the plump helmet man still wandering around silently screaming at people? Goblin poet. Apparently, apparently there wasn't a problem. Apparently the plump helmet man eventually just decided to leave. Oh, that is totally fine. Yeah, it's, I understand not playing because it is a hard game, it's got a learning cliff, and the interface isn't terribly user-friendly at the moment. But when the Steam release comes out, a lot of those things are going to be fixed. The new tile set looks good, even does a lot of the procedurally generated stuff. It's going to have a better interface, less complicated, a lot more automation. It's going to be overall a lot more user-friendly. It won't be perfect, for sure, but it's definitely going to be the biggest update in years. It's the biggest update since trees became multiple tiles. And that is totally fair. I don't blame you. I imagine that a lot of people are waiting for the Steam release, but I've been playing it since, like, 2006, 2007, so I don't want to say that I'm good at it, but I can have a functioning fort that usually doesn't end in a tantrum spiral, at least. Usually I get wiped out by not having enough military or traps or stuff like that. But that's not the worst problem to have. I'll make very solid defenses. Very sealable capsules. And hopefully, you won't need all the fancy tools for the Steam release. And then, after the Steam release, magic. Oh, magic. And then once the magic release is out, I don't think that I'll ever need to play another game again. I think that I will be able to spend the rest of my life playing Dwarf Fortress. Procedurally generated magic systems in each new world, just the exploration possibilities are endless. Every time that you make a world with magic in it, it's gonna turn out completely different. You're gonna have just so much possibility. That and digging in adventure mode. That's the other thing that I want so bad in the main release. And it's come so far. I mean, I remember way back in the day when trees were a single tile and where tantrum spirals were pretty common, and the dwarven economy existed, but was horribly broken. Oh my goodness. Actually, we'll melt all these ones. I feel like I should melt some of this other stuff down. Very slowly, over a long time. And, I mean, you want to talk about development hell, they are sickly individuals. They're very prone to getting sick or to medical things happening to them. And so what would happen is that they'd be working at full steam on the game, and then suddenly one of them would get sick, and there would be, you know, weeks or even a couple months with hardly any progress, which is why a lot of the releases, you know, are so far apart. At least the big releases. But they have a lot of dedicated fans, and their dedicated fans have sent them money. I sent them money a few times. I never got my crayon rewards, or my story, but it's okay. That was my own fault for not messaging them in time after the announcement of the Steam release. But they have at least a little bit more help now. Mostly the brute force power of the community. When reading all the stuff that's in the works is just... Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna buy it on Steam after it comes out, even though I've already sent the money and stuff. I know that they said that they were going to have it still free, available on their site. Or some version of it to be free. But even if that wasn't... I basically want to stick them in a, in plastic bubbles and give them life extension technology. So that they can spend, you know, the next 20 or 30, 40, 60 years working on the goddamn game. And then you can dump the whole thing into quantum RAM. I don't know. Okay, where are these goddamn migrants? Ah, okay. Another weaponsmith. I don't need that. Take another scribe though. I am looking for, specifically, more paper makers and bookbinders. Just to make books faster. Almost everyone else I'm going to be dumping into scholarship. But I am on the lookout for an armorer. Because most of the dwarves that I've gotten have just been, like, farmers and hunters and fishers. Like, just the entire time. You know, normally you get a whole bunch of different people, but it's been like... farmer specialty, farmer specialty, farmer specialty, farmer specialty, woodcutter, fisher dwarf, hunter, and that'll be the whole microwave. And that, I'm just like, where are the people who work with metal? You guys are dwarves. As for like bards and stuff, I don't normally accept them into the fortress or turn people into bards. Instead, I wait for groups of bards, a whole band, to show up. And then I let bands usually stay. Unless their name really sucks. Glazer. That is totally useless for me. You know what? You can keep glazing on, because I just don't do it. I just don't do it. Yeah, we'll make you a paper maker and bookbinder instead. A peasant. Perfect for the scholarship. Another peasant. Also been getting a lot of peasants. Oh, a bone doctor. You can be a full-fledged doctor and scholar. That actually puts my total number of doctors up to 4. And a cheesemaker? I mean, come on. Come on. We'll do, you can keep some bees as well. And you'll be a scribe, because that's less intellectually demanding. You don't have to spend as much time yelling at people. I had a dwarf who was a scholar who was depressed at one point, and one of the reasons I was looking at her thoughts is that she felt embarrassed by a discussion about Are they? Yeah, about reproductive behavior. She was embarrassed talking about sex. So funny. Oh, a paper maker. Good. You are good to go. And a peasant? Like, just how many? Just so many peasants. It's like, what were you guys doing in your original fortress? Well, you're just so I guess I'll have 5 doctors. But you're at least like a good doctor. You're an okay doctor. We'll fix that. You're a legendary peasant. What are you? A legendary musician? Oh, god damn it. Okay, if they're, I mean, a legendary musician, though, that's just, oh, fine. You actually get to be a bard. And not only a bard, you get to be a bard in the tavern. Oh, yeah. That, some of the things that they write about are surgery things. Or, like, medical things. So, it all still works. Oh. I've got a new baby. Now, I've been keeping track, I've been nicknaming every child born in the fortress. Basically, identifying that. But my nicknames are pretty boring. Normally I nickname them after, like, them being the first born of the fortress, or if they were born during something interesting that happened. And then I throw a number at the end of it just to keep track of how many. But this is number 8. Do you have any suggestions for any interesting nicknames? I know technically you could theoretically like use loyalty points to buy a nickname on my dwarves, but it's not a thing that people really use. I set up the loyalty through Streamlabs and fucking nobody uses it, even when I do the betting. Makes me sad. So theoretically, if you have 1,000 loyalty points, 1,000 dwarf bucks, you could nickname a dwarf. Yeah. I'm good with music, but goddamn, I am. And I'm even an okay writer, but naming, I'm just so fucking bad. I basically write my stories first, and then name all the characters afterwards. Because I just can't decide. I literally call them, like, Protagonist Coon. Or, like, the big bad evil guy. While I'm writing. Just, yeah. So, we'll go with... Okay, yeah. It's fine. I really do want to keep all the children alive. All the babies that were born in the fortress. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh crap. Okay, okay. So that was the one that I left off on. Potash maker. So... And a stoneworker? Well, you can keep the stone working. And stone crafting. And sure, whatever. Yeah, you know what? That's a lot of things, but that's fine. Oh. 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 Skilled armorsmith. Well, absolutely safe. I actually got an armorer. Or someone who could become an armorer. I mean, skilled is pretty damn good. I'll take it. And unless if there is somebody behind them that is even better, nope, doesn't seem to be. At least not yet. So we will adjust your. Yeah. Okay. Very cool. And yeah, okay, that's fine. Cool, cool. And the children were the last ones of the wave. Pretty decent wave. So, hopefully. What does that put my scholarship at? 103 nobles / admins, which is like scholars, scribes, medical dwarf, bookkeeper, the tavern keepers, the mayor, poets and bards. Time. Making individual housing was taking a very long time. To dig it out, smooth the room, and then engrave it, because if you put furniture down first, dwarves won't smooth or engrave underneath the furniture. So I made I have a little dormitory. That's officially a dormitory, and then this is the big bed pit, and yeah, I was just getting so many dwarves so fast in my migrant waves that I couldn't keep up with the housing demand. So it is a temporary solution, because I do have individual housing, and I am gonna basically, as I fill out the real housing, I will get rid of the beds in the bed pit. And I'll turn it into, like, I don't know, maybe an extension of the library or something like that. Or, maybe a zoo. It'll be a little bit, so I'm still thinking about it. Maybe a big old statue garden. Maybe I could build a well closer to the surface. I don't know. Well, I actually have my temples and guilds all set up on their own streets. So on the western side here is Temple Street, and then on the eastern side here is Guild Street, Guild Road. Temple Avenue, Guild Road. I don't know. And then these are the temples of the small gods. Oh my god, I totally forgot about actually setting up the crafts guilds correctly. Now, it says only members can visit, but you can change the restriction for all visitors to be welcome, and then people will actually teach each other the skill in the guild hall. Oh my god, I forgot about that. It is a good way to get your dwarves trained in something. And what do I want to have everyone good at? I mean, maybe the engravers? Oh. The doctor. I could have a guild hall for the doctors. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, let's go with engravers. No established guild, but that's okay. Yeah, I know, right? Being able to really, like, teach people stuff was, didn't really exist at first. Basically, everyone had to train their own stuff. And then, you kind of gained the ability for people specifically in the military to train each other. But, now that there are guild halls, which is one of the more recent updates to the game, just, wow. And the wiki is actually out of date on how to become a were creature, which is good to know if you ever decide to play and you're like, I want to be a were creature, and you look it up on the wiki and you're like, I have to knock down a statue in a temple. Easy. And then you do it and you're like, what the fuck? Why am I not a were creature or a vampire? But no. You have to roll the dice. You have to go to the altar with a die in it, and then not just roll the dice, you have to roll the dice multiple times. You have to roll the dice, then you have to get your fortune, and then you roll the dice again to get forced bad luck, and then you have to roll it one more time, and then the gods curse you for your hubris. But that's really good to know, because if you run around, you know, toppling over all the statues in an area, and you're like, why am I not a fucking vampire? What's the big fucking deal? What's the problem? You know. You could make the same mistake that I did, that I spent hours. I had a fortress where I even built temples, and I set up statues to topple over. But I forgot to put in altars. And dice. Which, speaking of, I'm sure that I've got a couple more masterwork ones. Boom. Very slowly increasing the value of these. And then, this has been a little bit rough because this is like the poorest that I've been in a fortress for a while. Normally by now, I have dug too deep, too quickly, and don't have enough things prepared, but I am incredibly rich. Normally, at this point, I've got like 5 to 6 times the amount of wealth. Because I'm constantly pumping out crafts and stuff like that. And, you know, in my last fortress, all the instruments in each world are procedurally generated, so they're different every world. The names of the instruments, the components, the component materials. And I had an instrument that so when outpost liaisons and merchants and visitors come to your fortress, they actually share rumors, and there's usually a little announcement that they have shared rumors and that it's been updated. Nobody really checks it, but if you hit C and you're like, oh, civilization, and then you do news and rumors, it will actually tell you stuff about places that you've heard about. You can see things like... In the early spring of 129, Bilalo Pine's Yell became the holy oil of Red Doctrine. And then, what you can do is that you can go to the artifacts, and this will actually let you see the known list of artifacts and where they were last rumored to be. And then you can send, with missions, you can basically send squads of dwarves out to go collect those things. So, now, there's a possibility that when they go, that they'll die, or they won't find the thing, or it'll get moved, and you'll have to chase after whoever's moving it from one place to another, or something like that. But if your information is actually up to date, you're probably okay. Books don't tend to move too much. Too much. Though, the reason why I make so many copies is that, sometimes scholars who visit your fortress like to steal your books. They check out the book from the library, and then they just never bring it back. They don't live nearby. They're not particularly worried about the consequences. And you don't want to lose a book because you don't have enough copies of it, and somebody stole the only copy that you had. No, you can't stay entertained. What are you guys talking about? Social behavior, anesthesia, valves. I also want to have a very highly literate fortress, because dwarves actually like to read books, even non-scholars. It's pretty crazy. Yes, the scholars prefer to read books and shout at each other about sex, but they don't. But the people who don't have to choose to read anyways, which I think is notable. Yeah, now everyone's just leaving their shit on their beds, and that's fine. I think next time, or between now and the next time that I play, I am definitely going to reread the DF Therapist guide so that I can figure out how to set up the military. Because the sooner that they start training, the sooner they can actually go out and do missions. I mean, I don't have very good armor or weapons, but I have people to fix that now. And in fact, I don't like to take advantage of in-game physics, usually. There is, though, one exception. And that's multiplying metal. Some items, when you melt them down, give more metal back than what they take to make. So you can make leggings out of metal that you don't have very much of, and then you can melt down those leggings, let's say out of steel, and then you will have more steel than what you started with. And it's the one piece of dwarven physics that I actually do take advantage of a little bit. I don't like that I do it. But come on. If you've only got like a tiny bit of steel and you're only getting a little bit extra out of it anyways, it's like, And then as soon as something, a masterpiece is made, you can't really melt that down, or else you're gonna piss off the person who made it. And, you know, that person is probably your weaponsmith slash armorer that you're actually working on, and you want them to be happy. Alright, I'm gonna refill my water bottle and go to the bathroom real quick. No pause events. Anyone throw a tantrum? Any depressed dwarf kill himself yet? Not yet. Now, when I made this, I thought that aquifers were on. I actually like aquifers because you just cut through like a low flow aquifer and it basically turns your central column into a waterfall. Forever. And you just have a little thing that drains out into like a cistern and turn into a well. It's great. And then all the dwarves moving through it get happy thoughts for the fucking waterfall. But no. Aquifers were turned off, which means to make a waterfall, I'm gonna have to do dangerous stuff. I guess, yeah, the easiest way to do it would be to basically create a cistern like right here. and then slowly let the water fall down through here. What's a good way to make it automatic, though? Oh, man, it's just gonna be so dangerous. I know there's a way to do it pretty safely. If you haven't followed yet, you should, because I play games. I stream basically every day. Now, not always Dwarf Fortress. It's probably a good thing. But basically every day. I need to actually set up a schedule. At least a loose schedule. So far, it's like whenever I can, usually in the evening, and then like after midnight till I go to bed. Oh, did you get hurt? Goddamn sparring accidents. My book total is 168. A few at a time, making progress. My cloth production is going well. My paper production seems to be going well. Better than it was. Oh. Wait. Nobody's finished constructing it? Okay. I don't totally understand that. But it's fine. Oops. Ugh. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to fix. Sorry about just clear cutting that area. wild goats? Oh no, badgers. It's fine. They're just regular badgers, and they're not honey badgers. That's all that matters, because honey badgers will fuck you up. Regular badgers, nobody gives a fuck. I think that they intentionally made honey badgers stronger than badgers. Made them super broken. They're so goddamn dangerous. Most wild animals, you don't really have to worry about them killing your dwarves unless they're something big, like elephants, or... Most of the time, they'll just run away. But fucking honey badgers, they'll walk right into your fortress, and they have the ability to rage, and it's actually possible to lose dwarves to a honey badger. Not even a honey badger man, just a honey badger. Yeah. The king, actually, of my last fortress, I want to say... No, the queen fucked with a honey badger and almost fucking died. True. Oh my god. A human caravan. I didn't even know that they existed. Oh my god. Holy shit. I've got a decent caravan. This is great. Yeah, the fewer body parts that something has, the harder it is to kill. And the hardness of that particular material matters as well. Turtles are basically just shells. I mean, unless you actually have, like, a really good weapon, you're probably not hacking that thing open. A sharp weapon. Oh, prepared food. And then, what else am I trading? Books. Nope. Are these actually written books? Yes. Yes, they are. God fucking damn. Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, fuck. I think DF Hack has a tool for this that tells you what the actual names are of all the books, so you don't have to go through it. Oh my god. sell a bunch of components, because why not? You can keep the best toys. Yeah. That is a one-piece glass instrument. So I made a lot of them. Because sand. If you've got it, use it. I'm so excited about the new Trade Depot design. I mean, it wasn't even a thing that I knew that I wanted to change, and he showed the merchants. Whoever's the merchant representative sits in a little chair right there, and then there's a 2x2 table, and a 2x2 table, a 2x2 table, a 2x2 table, a little thing in the middle, and then when your broker actually goes to the Trade Depot, they're going to sit on a little stool on the south side. The merchants will always be on the north, the broker will always be on the south, and then you will know if your broker is actually there. Just amazing. Ugh. Just bring me everything. Actually, metal. I want some anvils. Head veils, hoods, but they're not going to be the right size. God damn it. Gauntlets, gloves, mittens, high boots, low boots, socks, sandals. I just wish that the clothes fit. God damn it. Bring appropriately sized human type clothes. Dwarves and head veils. Let's do it. Bring instruments. Bring alcohol. Is there not like a plants section? Did I miss it? Pets, drinks, cheeses, powders, extracts, meat, fish, plants. There we go. Garden vegetables. And thread. Yep. A whole bunch of charcoal. Why not? And then we'll do cloth, thread, and now the good stuff. Yeah, give me those utensils. Bowls, mortars, pestles, carving knives, boning knives, slicing knives, meat cleavers, carving forks. Oh. Oh. Scrolls, quires. Yeah, of course, of course. But really, the utensils, that's what I want. And bring so many sheets I know that I'm not keeping up with my paper demands. Because I bet if I actually check in the library, the number of pieces of writing material is 0 out of 100. Bring stuff to the depot. Everyone's just bringing stuff to the depot. That's fine. There is a lot to bring. A lot of it's not in bins. Oh, that's right. I was gonna make an atom smasher. I think. Well, maybe? We'll put... There we go. That's a square room. I can tell the difference between a square and a rectangle of similar sizes, but not the same. It needs rope reed seeds. Jesus fuck. That's not good. I better be working on stuff like... I better be working. And... oh, you know what? I should have another kitchen. Another still, and another farmer workshop, and another farmer workshop, and another one. Oh wait. There we go. Totems. I don't know, just make something. Anybody still bringing stuff to the depot? Nope. Alright, let's see how much this is all worth. The instruments aren't worth a bunch, but I bet if I decorated them, they'd be worth a decent amount. Okay, I take it back. What is there? Oh, okay. There's the first one. So then wow. Okay, that's a lot. That Okay, several of them. That actually kind of does explain why it's so much money. I'm pretty sure that there's probably another. Crowns, bracelets, rings, scrollers. Some water skins and some backpacks. Sure, some. Go ahead and do all this. Yeah. Okay. Well, how much stuff do you have? Not nearly enough for all this shit. So. Trade you all this stuff would be simply out of the question. Yeah. God damn. Is it just all the glass instruments? Oh my god, I think it might be. Okay. Well. And the prepared food pots. And a bunch of mechanisms. So much stuff. You know what? Fine. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, he is. Oh my god, I was looking at my value, not the trader loss. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I bet you do. I don't even know, but I got all of it. I got all of it. Leather bins. A whole bunch of clothes that are too big for my dwarves, but if I get any human visitors, they'll be just the right size. Though there has not been very many humans. This caravan is actually like the first set of humans that have shown up. I'm glad that they reached out and started diplomatic relations so that I can get a better trade caravan than the fucking elves. Of course. Now they're not going to trade with me because we're at war. I can just expect more elves. bushes. And unfortunately, they are trap avoid, so... Or at least avoid cage traps, so... Oof. Weapon trap. I've got so many bees. Oh yeah. So even a large creature that only has a couple of body parts is still really hard to kill. An example of this was a giant flying worm that attacked my fortress. It had 3 body parts. The body, 2 wings. That's it. Thing was huge. Forgotten Beast. Spat fire. Fucking... wrecked my fort. Sucks. But I learned things. I will not make the same mistakes again. I will make new mistakes. Better mistakes, hopefully. Oh, nice. So... Ah, there's the baby. Let's see. Let's see, this is the 9th dwarf born in the fortress. There we go. It's a pretty good way also to mark some of the historical events that occur by making a record of it in their births. 4 years old. Wow. The worst thing that's happened to her recently is that she got caught in the rain and embarrassed about wearing some old clothes. Talk about a decadent childhood. Sheltered from the harsh realities of the fortress. Literal waves of death. Alright, let's see. We are digging to the bottom. Slowly, but surely. I know, I'm going slow. Okay. Now... Hey! Big evil thing is finally gone. There's naked mole rats. Naked mole dogs. They are gonna get crushed if they don't move. I've discovered the Great Magma Sea. I've discovered adamantine. Alright. Cool, cool. I guess we can, stop designating that. What are you guys? Oh, fire snakes. Not great, but that'll be fine. What we can do is it looks like the vein starts somewhere up here, or even higher. Oh, I see. Well, it's gotta have the channel, so it's gotta be, like, there-ish. Do a little exploratory tunnel right there. See if we can find the top of the adamantine vein. And then very carefully strip away the ore on the outside. Very carefully. I mean, the channel has to be right there. Right there. And then it moves over to here. But then, I don't know, after that, I lose it. allergies. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll do that whole little area right there. Because it could move a little bit. I guess we'll do... Hey! I'm sorry, what was that? No, it's just stone. I just don't know all the designation colors yet. Ilmenite. I don't think I've ever gotten that one. Was that recently added? An unremarkable stone that can be found in small quantities within Gabbro and Orthoclase. Magma safe. Gabbro itself is magma safe. Mined for the production of titanium dioxide in the real world. Okay. Oof. Okay. So. And then the next floor. Okay. There we go. And perfect. I'll readjust the actual hotkey later on when there's more stuff to look at down here, because now that I've got stuff down here, I'm gonna have to build some workshops, which means a lot of magma forges, new housing, a new dining room. tiny extension of the library, or perhaps a second library? A competing college? Oh wait, what's that? Garden, you're right. Okay. You gotta make sure. You don't want to accidentally carve into the hollow tube. Not without preparation. Which I have not done yet. It is still early in the fortress. I mean, I may be on year 6, but that is, for my long-term goals, not very long. It's getting close to long for, like, what I've survived before. And the fact that it's still moving at a nice clip of over 60 frames per second is pretty good. Oof. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's basically gotta start here. Okay. That's fine. And we'll just cut from the bottom, and we'll just kind of get around in there. And it seems like there is a lot of it that I am not going to be able to get, because it's just, I mean, I don't think that I can drain the Mana Sea, the Magma Sea. Oh my god, another fucking child. All right. Please, somebody spend your loyalty points to nickname one of my dwarves. The next baby, just a random one. Y'all have points, some number of points. To be fair, haven't been gambling much, so there's fewer points to go around. I spent all that time making bets, but nobody did them. I'll do them again, probably in a few days. I want to tweak them. Alright. Animal trainer, well, you're now a scholar. Potash maker. We'll make you a scribe. Peasant, scholar. Gem cutter, scholar. can actually make soap, I'll let you do that. Another scholar. I'm guessing mostly a military dwarf. More military dwarves. Dedicated. Okay. Claim to clothier shop. Okay. An artifact piece of clothing. It's been a while since I've had one of those. Ah. I found it. Oh my god, and it's got water right on top of the top layer. Oh my god, are you fucking get. That really sucks. Is that the semi-molten rock over here on the left? Yeah. So you're basically at the bottom. I'm not going to be able to get very much adamantine from that particular vein. I'm really just going to have to hope for more. I mean, I guess I could also, like, drain this particular cavern pool, like, literally into the magma sea and have a renewable supply of obsidian, at least. I mean, it's not adamantine, but it's at least an infinitely renewable supply of stone. I don't know. Oh my god, another birth. Okay, so... where was this fucking child born? Oh. Customize name. Oh no, not the deepest breach. The deepest breach would be HFS. Yeah, we'll go born under plenty. Oh, number 11. 11 babies born. I don't think any of them have been orphaned yet. So... oh my god, are you... okay. Wow, that actually really sucks. Okay, I think I can still dig this. And that I won't fucking die. I think. I'm gonna try. Really, the only things that I want to import are, like, instruments, leather, cloth, eventually small gems to add into furniture and stuff. I will have industry someday. I'm just focusing really heavily on my scholarship. I want legendary fucking scholars. It takes a very long time for them to level up those skills. What do you mean? I mean, you can't buy stone? Because you can definitely buy stone. I just don't, because I don't really want to. It's heavy and very cheap, and don't particularly need it. I mean, I was pretty sure that there was a stone category for trading. I can't check at the moment, though. I know that they can bring... I don't know. Let me look at trade goods. But in any case, if you just mix magma and water, you get obsidian, and you can infinitely mine that. As long as you have a refillable magma, which the magma sea refills itself, and then the cavern water layers also refill themselves from the edges. So with both of those in mind, I could create a flooding magma chamber that would create obsidian and mine it out. Well, yeah. Or it's awesome because everything matches. One stone warnings are just gonna take forever to get through. You don't want to keep digging. You're like, the stone's warm. But no, it's only warm from underneath. You're okay. You're okay. feet are not on fire. I think. Come on. Just carve our way to the fucking adamantine. It's there. It's gotta be there somewhere. Hey, there it is. I know, there's gonna be so many cancellations. Come on, go back, go back, go back. There we go. And of course, by the time that you actually get to the point that, like, you're just using farming obsidian, I mean, your fortress has to be, like, you either have to have insane industry, or your fortress has to be super old. Well, I got a few bits of adamantine, and I know where the channel is. Not getting much else, though. I mean, I could probably dig over this way, down, and then back over. It's a pain in the ass. But they'll be such good weapons. Armor. Doesn't matter even. Either way. Oh my god, that whole set of tables and chairs is just filled with scholars. Huh. I seem to like the huddled tables better. Library even fancier by trying to use only high quality bookshelves. We'll sell the rest of them. Goblin Diagnoser Doomed Butcher. There you are. Anything item-wise that I should know about? No. Tell me about... Nope, okay. You're just an undead lieutenant, I guess. Which, you know, it happens. Sometimes you die, and then some crazy madman brings you back to life with magic powers. And sometimes you don't want to be just a monster, especially if you're an intelligent undead creature. You're like, I still got goals and ambitions and dreams. Fuck your shit. I'm going off to study medicine. Using my newfound immortality. Well, actually, goblins live forever anyways, but... Sorry, they live until an axe from a dwarf comes cleaving through their mushy skulls. But that could be hundreds of years. Alright, we're gonna make some more weapon traps. Oh my god. I should probably designate some of those to melt. Because that's a lot. Spiked copper ball, corkscrew, silver corkscrew, giant iron axe blade. Absolutely, I will fucking melt that shit down. I do not have a lot of iron. There we go. I can use all my imported weapons. For these fucking traps. A pike. actually remember to be melting stuff. Let's see. I want to actually settle this up. Housing. Because we do like the magma workshops. Housing. A well and the new dining room. Alright, well, my brain needs food and sleep. Because I'm having difficulty focusing on planning stuff. So, I'm gonna get off here for the night. But don't forget to follow because I stream every day. So, yeah. And thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. And